I'm Jerry Gettle, and I'm here at Baker Creek Seed Company. It was started as a hobby in my bedroom about 17 years ago, and it's a business that collects and saves and distributes and passes on rare and unusual seeds, and also many seeds that used to be common on farms and gardens, 50 years ago or 100 years ago. And we're bringing these varieties back to life and giving them another chance to survive and another chance to come back into markets and farms and home gardens again. A lot of these varieties do wonderful in our Midwestern climate. All of the varieties were once popular varieties here in this climate or in other similar climates, as well as varieties from around the globe. And so we're bringing these all together, keeping them alive, and working to distribute them to farmers. Yeah, each year we send out seed catalogs. We send out about over 500,000 seed catalogs a year all across the U.S., and we distribute about 1,800 different varieties of seeds to every state and about 70 other countries every year as well. So it's definitely a business that has grown a lot since I started it in my bedroom. It's basically started up with $100 and on a old copy machine. And each year, it continues to grow. People are more and more concerned about what's in their food. And it shows that in both school gardens and home gardens and also farms. People are wanting to get back to traditional small agriculture and getting the old varieties back into production. If it's something from your local community, bringing back the old local peach or the old local green bean and remarketing that. And that's what we're all about, is connecting people with their history and their heritage. And it's just a lot of fun, and it's also a great experience to be able to see agriculture kind of get a rebirth, and gardening kind of look to its past. We here at Baker Creek Seed Company feel that Amendment 1 is going to be a challenge to small farmers if it passes. It's going to actually take away some of the rights of the small farmer, basically by giving foreign corporations a greater access to our markets here in Missouri. It says nothing about Missouri citizens in the actual amendment itself, and that's what's really scary. When people go to vote, they'll see the ballot language which says citizens, but when you actually look at the actual amendment, there's no mention of Missouri citizens, and we feel it's going to open up even more than it's already happened, more and more foreign farms, and also it will increase the rights of corporate farms, and corporate agrochemical companies to continue advancing their technology, even if it hurts the small farmer. Like us, for example, genetic engineering contaminates our crops. It's already very hard and very difficult to have any recourse when our crops get lost, our farmers, get contaminated. Over the course of the last few years, and we're just one small, operation, we've lost several $100,000 in lost crops and sales in corn in particular. And that continues and multiplies each year across the country. But now with this Amendment 1, it actually increases the rights of the modern agrochemical corporations and the farmers that are using them to continue to contaminate smaller farms. It also, takes away the ability for towns and communities to have any kind of regulations over agricultural waste, whether it's, sewage and manure from the big operations or spray that's coming into the community from crop dusters. I think most communities don't really want crop dusters coming near their towns and letting the mist come into their towns. It gives the farmer rights beyond what the rest of society has. That's what it comes down to. And the farmers that are going to be using it are the big corporate farmers that don't even connect oftentimes with how food used to be produced and how it's still produced on most small farms, like out here in the Ozarks. Food is still, raised in small amounts of land and in small quantities. And the large factory farms where animals can't even turn around have a whole different view of how farming is done. And it's also taking away the number of farms on the land. 100 years ago, most people farmed, and today less than 3% of the people are still farming. And it's laws like this and also subsidies that these big farms get that keep them farming. At the same time, the little farms are disappearing because they're not getting all these extra benefits. They're also not benefiting from protection like Amendment 1. The small farmer, I see no benefit to the small farmer. It all benefits the large corporate farmers that are already getting so many benefits from the government and welfare checks every month, and the small farmer is still left out in the cold.
One of our concerns with Amendment 1 is with the ballot language itself. It's always concerning when the ballot language is worded so that to be confusing, and that is what has happened in this case. If you look at the ballot language, it says that Missouri citizens will be protected, and when you actually look at the amendment itself, nowhere in there does it use the word Missouri citizens. And that vagueness is used to confuse people and to mislead people, and that is one of our concerns. We feel strongly that the ballot should be worded as the amendment is worded. Okay. One of our other concerns has to do with who is supporting the passage of this amendment. We're always concerned when big agriculture institutions go after something with their money, and in this case we have big businesses like Monsanto, Cargill, Tyson, who are putting money behind the passage of this amendment, and they're doing so for their own benefit. Their main goal is to promote their goods and services, which doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing, but in this case it is, because it's going to hurt Missouri family farmers.
We realize that there's been a lot of misinformation spread by the proponents of this amendment, and that they've been able to spread information longer than we have. They've had their campaigns going longer. But we feel like right now we're getting a lot of good information out there to people, and we're getting a lot of good momentum going on the ground where people really realize the damage that this amendment could do and are getting behind the opposition. And we'd just like to urge you to share this information with as many people as you can and help to educate them that this isn't the thing that it seems like on its face. The thing that they're trying to sell to us is something that'll be helpful to us. This is actually something that's going to harm our state and harm family farmers. And we'd like you to get out there and vote no on this on August 5th.